Well, okay, my trusty camera did it to me again. I shot the whole intro to this video and it was blurry. So if anybody knows of a good mid-price camera, just leave a comment down below. Now this isn't blurry, I'm just kind of got some transfer paper over it so you can't see exactly what we did in this video. If you haven't started the coloring page yet, this is a wonderful work of art from Davidson Coloring Art, and I will have a link to their Etsy store in the description box below. We are using Black Widow Monarch colored pencils, but if you do not have those, I will leave a color chart on my website, copingcreatively.net. You can download that and color match to whatever pencil set you have. Let's get going on this page. Let's rewind and play that beautiful coloring footage. For the puppy, he's going to be brown, so I need the fawn and the mahogany. And for shadowing, we're going to use shadow and dark gray. And we are also going to need our coal for details. Since this pathway is going to be the same color as the dog, I'm going to do those in conjunction. I'm going to start with the lightest color, which is fawn, and we're going to just put a light layer. We'll darken him up so he doesn't blend in with this ghost back here. I just want to put a light layer in because that mahogany is so dark, and if I get it too dark I can't pull a lot of it up unless there's a base color. I figured he'd be dark. These guys are kind of washed out, faded out, ghosty color. I want him to kind of stand out in the foreground. Some of these pencils I've used so much, they're getting down to the little nub here. Got a little tail between his legs. Looking at this, I'm thinking they're puddles. Let's make them puddles. Gotta figure out how to make puddles, but how to color them in. Okay, let's go in with the mahogany. I'm just gonna go in real light to start with because I'm not sure. See, yeah, it lays down pretty good. I'm making it a little darker where you see the dark. Shadowing. The rest of the areas I'm kind of doing real light. Oh, I got some brown in his nose. Okay, that's gonna bother me. Get the brown out of his nose. As you can see, I'm just putting a light layer of the brown. And we'll continually build up. I should say this is mahogany. And we'll go back over it with the foam and just keep layering it up that way until we get it the way we want it. And like I said, in these darker areas, I am going a little darker with the mahogany. And what I'm trying to do is not get a sharp point on this because I don't want, when you have a sharp point, especially with this pencil, you're going to get streaks of the color. Like big globs of it. And this just kind of places the color. We might need a sharper point later when we do some more detailing, but I want to keep the top of him a little lighter, so I put too much color in here, I think. Start off light there. Okay, where do I want to put the brown? Up here. Going around the edge here, around these puddles. Let me put the puddles in first. Color our puddles. Let's start with the light gray. See what happens when we add gunmetal. Let's try some white. This is a light gray again. I think I'm going to go in with some of the coal. And I hate to do this to you, but I'm going to have to turn you. I can't get at these puddles right. And a sharp coal. Let's go over it with the light gray again. And one more time outlining. Just outlining. Turning around. Let's go back in with the mahogany. And back in with the fawn. Blend this out. Take the shadow, blend some more of that mahogany in, darken it up. Take some of this white and go right here in the front of these puddles, and a little bit out that way. And I'll put some more white in here so they look reflective. One final pass with the kohl, kind of just define it a little bit. Okay, back to the puppy dog. Now we're gonna go back in with the fawn and kind of blend this mahogany out. He's so cute. I just want to take him home and love him. His eyes remind me of our blonde cocker spaniel we had. He just passed away in February. He had the cutest sad eyes, but he was a happy boy. I don't think there's going to be much of this fawn left when I'm done with this picture. And we're going to go in with the shadow. Gives us the browner color of the grays. Deepen some of these shadow areas up. Next is shadow. Let's see how it works here. It's sufficiently darkening things up. And for the shading, I'm just kind of following the lines provided here. Darkening that up. And then we'll do one last pass with the fawn. And where is my mahogany? There it is. And while I've got a sharp mahogany, I'm gonna make his eyes brown instead of black. Over where we put the shadow, we're gonna put more mahogany just to make it more brown. One final blend out with the fawn. Start pushing the color into the tooth of the paper. Take our white first, it's got to be sharp. So we're going to get the white of his eyes and his nose. We want that kind of light. Let's see if this dark gray will fill that in, and we'll go over it with the kohl. That's not too bad. And then I want to go over it a little bit with the white. And then I want a little lighter up here, like the moon is kind of catching on it. Yeah, that's a little lighter. And then I want this flap of his ear a little lighter. The light gray, because it's that kind of silvery. So make sure you got a sharp point. And then maybe a dot of the white. There we go. Now let's darken his nose up a little bit. Just darkening up some of these lines here. Just putting a little more shadowing in with the kohl. Okay, puppy dog's done. Pathway's done. It's time for the night sky. For the night sky, we are going to be using Storm Blue, which is going to be our lighter blue. Blue Moon, which is going to be our darker blue. Remember, we have denim up here. We also have light gray up here. And milk. A little bit of milk. And I've got white. And I don't think we will need the kohl for this. So basically, I'm just going to go in with the Storm Blue and start filling all of this in here very lightly, because this puts down a lot of color. This is going to take forever. This is darker down here, so we'll probably go back over this with the Blue Moon. Oh, some of these are so tiny. We started with the night sky. We're pretty much ending with the night sky. Just make sure you have a sharp point. Remember, if you're using this blue, do not press real hard, just lightly. Be careful you don't go over some of the elements you already colored. Start losing a sharp point, just twist your pencil around, you'll find it. It says you go flat on one side, you get a point on the other. When you get up to the moon, I'm not gonna go over it. I'm just gonna get up to it and then work on that a little bit. Just gonna get right up and do it. You'll see it start changing colors. Okay, I'm going to have to turn you upside down. So when you go upside down, you can see some areas that you missed if you only color one way. So it's always good to move your page around. Okay, I think that's enough of that blue. Let's go in with Blue Moon. Start down here, just start darkening it up. And with this lighter blue in, you can leave some spots lighter. Okay, I'm gonna flip you back over and use this Blue Moon, going the other way to see if I missed anything. And then we're gonna take the Storm Blue again and just kind of blend all this together. Okay, looking at this, I do not think I want to add any more of the Storm Blue. It's kind of bright and I need to start darkening it up. So I'm going to go in with the medium gray and then over it with the Blue Moon, and I'll be just going back and forth. Just trying to fill in some of this white and darken it up to be more of a night sky. Going in little areas first. And I think that's looking much better. Medium gray, Blue Moon. Back and forth until you get it the color you want it. I know I just want mine darker. If you like the brighter blue, that's fine, just leave it. Don't want to fuss with it anymore? It's your picture, you do what you want to do. Okay, we're gonna start on the moon and I hope my plan works. We'll see. Derwent blender, let's see how that works. Kind of blend this up and out. It may not be perfectly round. I can't do anything perfectly, anything. The moon is done. Cloud time. Now since I found these little puddles here, I am thinking these are storm clouds. Okay, for me to do these, I'm gonna have to put you on your side. For the storm clouds, we will use gunmetal, coal, and light gray and medium gray. So we're gonna go in with the light gray and kind of brighten a little bit of the gunmetal for shading. Let's go in with the medium gray here in these clouds. Just darkening these clouds up. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the coal. Really sharp point to get these. Now I'm going to go over everything with the gunmetal. Bring everything together. Darken it up a little bit. I should say darken it up even more. Okay, and a pass with the light gray. Just in these lighter areas. Blue Moon, I'm going to go and any last areas that I missed on the outline here. Okay, let's get these little guys here. These are going to be blue and white. This denim blue. That's a lighter blue. Okay, let's go in with a white, a sharp white. Kind of blend that light blue out. You see, it's kind of toned down a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of the light gray so it doesn't match the moon too much. Back in with the white in certain spots. Okay, and now I'm going to take the Blue Moon and outline this. Okay, now we're going to do this to match this. Well, at least I'm consistent. consistently bad at managing my time. It took a lot longer to do the puppy dog and especially this night sky. This night sky took forever. And I don't want you to miss out on the coloring of this down here, so I'm splitting out the video and I will post that tomorrow so you can see how I colored the ghostly part here and the mist. Thank you for joining me. Check back tomorrow for the grand finale. So make sure you hit that subscribe and notification bells so you can have ready access to all my upcoming videos. And until then, hang in there and have some fun.